Probably have it every morning. She rolls off 10 straight points, and it wasn't even close. 15-2 the final as the Rams stay unbeaten on the season. Tonight, as we talked about, the arch rival, Ayersville, coming across the river. They're playing some pretty good volleyball right now, too. 7-9, 2-2, but they're on a 3-game win streak of their own, and they won 5 of their last 6. Coach Hagerty, before we preview, let's recap. You okay with that? Mm-hmm. Congratulations, number one. Grit. You can see I wrote it down right here. First thing that comes to mind, what did you learn about this team? Maybe what did they learn about themselves that they didn't already know Saturday?
I just think our motto has just always been fight together. We can be down, and we understand. We talk a lot about when you get in that valley. And there's 2 aspects of it. You've got your mental aspect, and then you have the physical aspect in terms of pivoting and making those adjustments, making the change that's necessary. And so we spend a lot of time on that and understanding competition. And I think that's really important, and it ranks right up there with obviously being able to execute, certainly. But I just have always felt that those are the 2 key things, and you just have to have kids that just have such resolve. Such determination.
You mentioned execute. Right there you see it. My question for you, because it looked like there were a lot of plays that were almost kind of basically drawn up in the dirt, to use an old playground term. How much were you in system versus the Blue Streaks versus how much did your athletes just go make plays?
Well, certainly at key times, we're against good teams. You're going to be out of system, and we live there in practices. It's important that what we're going to face in those tough teams, we get to execute that against each other throughout our practices. And so, and talk about competitors in that practice, they get angry, they get mad, they fight for every point, and it's very competitive practice, but it's by design. It needs to be that way so that when you're in these moments, been there, done that, and they feel very comfortable in that space. But certainly out of system, we practice that a lot, and in the fact that everybody can do everything.
In a perfect world, if you're firing on all pistons, how often, percentage-wise, do you want to be in system?
Well, 100%, of course.
Now, that's the obvious answer.
Right. Is it reasonable? No, it's not. But certainly every coach is going to respond with 100%.
Now, a large part of that, though, too, comes with first touch, obviously.
Correct.
Serve, receive. How do you feel it was Saturday? How's it been so far this season?
So far this season has been really good. We've had our moments where it's not been so good, and that's where now we're out of system and we can still execute out of system. So we understand we're never going to play perfect, and sometimes that's on us, and sometimes it's due to the opponent. And we've certainly had some of those, Fairview being one of them, where I just felt we see those serves that we saw that night every day in practice, and we didn't handle them so well. But it was okay. We found other ways to win. We found ways to execute out of system, and we make up for it. So somebody always steps in and makes up for it in another area.
Let's talk about the other half of that and serving. Sebring, I gave her a little bit of good-natured ribbing to open up our pregame, but to serve out 10 straight points in that 5th set.
Yeah.
She literally almost single-handedly ripped the heart out of Archibald, and it wasn't close after that.
Correct.
Has that been one of her strengths? And talk about the team strength serving this season.
Anybody that comes to our practice, it's serve and serve receive, and we spend a lot of time on that. And then it's trying to keep them to where they become non-complacent with it, and they're still being competitive in those drills. Paige grew up as a gym rat, and the girl just serves awesome. But we also know we've got some excellent servers. Like, I've got 2 excellent servers that served for us and aced it up last year that aren't even serving this year. So we feel very fortunate that way. We have that ability to keep the teams, off the net and try to disrupt them as much as we can. We know the good teams, we're not going to ace them, but we certainly want to disrupt their rhythm every time that we can.
We're focusing right now on what she did in set number 5, but as a libero, and I know it takes a special kind of mindset to play that position, but she was just a junkyard dog all afternoon. She kept several points in that 5th set alone alive. She just seems to have that type of attitude, no regard for her body. She'll sacrifice whatever to keep the point going.
Well, yeah, and if you know her mom, she gets that from her mom. Well, I'm sure Dad too, but in particular her mom. Yeah, she's just a hard nosed, and Paige Gamby and all of them, they just never say die. You just have to keep competing and never say die.
break down Ayersville. I know this is an arch rival. I know their record isn't where they want it to be, but they are playing some of their best volleyball this season right now. Break down the Pilots for us.
To be honest, when people ask me like who you play next week and whatever, I usually don't even know, and I'm honest with that. But it's because my focus is on who's ever next, and I watch a lot of film on ourselves. I have to understand our personalities and how we respond in good situations and in bad situations, good points, bad points, etc. So I watch a lot of film on ourselves, and then I watch a lot of that opponent. And so, after today, that's when I'll dive in and we'll really start watching. Ayersville, all I know is their scores. I don't know anything more about them, but what I do know is everybody, we have a target on our back. Everybody wants to take us down, and that's okay. That's a fun place to be, and those are really fun matches. I know going into Ayersville, you can sit and watch film, you can sit and watch whatever. It's a rivalry, and so therefore they're going to play at a different level. They're not going to be like that team that they played, so against somebody else. So they're going to come ready. They are going to come fired up and ready to go. I know that their youth that they have on the team they're really good. Those are really good volleyball players, and I also know that youth is also going to be that night where it's either going to be, oh my gosh, look what I just did, and some kind of surprise, and they just get on a roll and off they go. We just have to make sure they can't sustain it for 5 sets. That's our job.
Expecting their best shot. You wouldn't have it any other way, would you?
Oh, absolutely. And those are the fun matches to be in. As my AD always says, those are the fun ones that you get to be in. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun on Tuesday night, and I expect their best, no doubt. And, we're going to come in and let the chips fall where they may. We don't take anybody for granted, and Ayersville certainly isn't, because of the rivalry, and that can become an emotional match. And some of my players, they play with some of those same kids in that off season in clubs. So it's always a fun one, and you never know what you're going to get. And especially with high school kids, it's like a mixed bag of nuts, right? You don't know what you're going to get.
Nothing left to do but throw this one up and get it going, right?
Yep, that's right. Here we go.
Coach, we appreciate it. Congratulations on the season so far, and best of luck again this evening.
Thank you.
Coach Hagerty joining us as we will take a quick timeout. We're back with more of the Estill Chevrolet Cadillac pregame show right after this. You're watching DCTV Sports.
Stamball Jewelers is your trusted source for diamonds, fine jewelry, watches, and gifts. Whether you're looking for a dazzling engagement ring, a timeless anniversary gift, or a present for someone special, Stamball Jewelers has something for every occasion. Visit us today and discover why we've been serving the community since 1948.
Welcome back. The Estill Chevrolet Cadillac pregame show continues on DCTV. We've already heard from one coach in tonight's big GMC matchup between arch rivals Tinora and Ayersville. Now it's time to get the host's perspective. Pilots coach Taven Taylor joining me right now to break it down. Coach, you have been busy beavers in the last 24 hours. You played at Stryker last night. Now a day later, one of the best teams, not just in the conference, but in the entire state, in the Rams, comes to the hangar. I guess let's start with that. What are the challenges playing not just on back-to-back nights, but with Tinora coming in on night number 2?
Challenges after coming back on night number 2 will definitely be nerves, since they are our rivals. Lots of people are going to be there. Nerves are going to be high. We also have homecoming this weekend. So we have our big homecoming bonfire after the Tinora game. So all of their classmates are going to be there cheering us on. So that'll be one of the biggest obstacles that they'll have to overcome.
Well, no question. I mean, Ayersville has tremendous school spirit, but at the same time, the dance is always better when you win. So have you had to have that talk with the team, or they've been pretty much able to be dialed in?
I feel like for the most part, they've been able to be kind of, as they call, locked in and be able to continue. They see the goal, they see the end result of what we want, and we go and practice hard every day, continue to grow to get that result.
Now, as of last night, your team entered having won 3 in a row, 5 of their last 6. Now, 3 weeks ago, you and I were talking after another tough 5-set loss about how close this squad was to breaking out. What has been the difference between then and now?
I feel like we just keep talking about that resilience, keep talking about just give it your all every single set. Sure, you lose a set, get a short-term memory, wipe that set off, go to the next one. And I feel like our win against Kalida definitely helped excel that and gain the confidence that they know they can now do it.
Let's talk about attack percentage. I was doing some comparison shopping from the start of this month to now, about 252 as a team. What do you attribute that increase to?
To basically, it's all finally starting to come together, that our passing is slowly starting to become where it needs to be. Serve receive percentage for passing has gotten a lot better from beginning of season to now, to which then we can get a good set on it and we can get a solid swing on the ball. Almost, I would say 80–85% of the time we can get a pretty solid swing on the ball.
You beat me to it. I can't show you my notes right here, but I've got in system written in big letters, and it starts with serve receive. How much better, how much improved has first touch been in the last 2 to 3 weeks?
I would say quite a bit. I keep stats after every game. I go back through and check, and we do like 1 point serve receive pass, which is like they just get it up, to 3 point where the setter doesn't have to move. And I keep track of every girl, what serve receive percentage they get each game. And over the course of the couple weeks, it has went up for girls tremendously. We're getting lots of 2 point and 3 point passes now.
And that's leading to increased kill percentage. And it's not just one player. I'm looking at the numbers across the board, and Brooklyn Michael leads the way. I think she was, at about 365. But Flory's around 300. Waldron's at 235. Eldridge is at 225. Do you like the balance that you're getting?
Yeah, definitely. And I know I talk with my setter all the time about you can't just have one consistent hitter. You have to use all of your hitters consistently. That way, always keep the other team on their toes.
Let's talk a little bit about tonight's opponent. Tinora just saunters in undefeated on the season, unbeaten in the GMC, now at 17-0. They got pushed on Saturday at Archbold. They had to go 5 for the first time this season. But in talking with Coach Hagerty, she said, we learned a little bit about ourselves. And she goes, I knew it. They just needed to be pushed. And every now and then you're not quite sure when that first push comes. Are they going to respond with what you know they've got? They did. This is a team that's got a big middle. They also go pin to pin. I'm not going to sit here and say, how do you beat a team with no weaknesses, but break down the Rams for us. What's the game plan tonight?
Yeah, obviously it's going to be hard. My girls are going to have to come in ready to fight for every point. We know going in, it's going to be a tough game. And I know that we can play alongside them just as good. Obviously, we're going to have to, just like I've said before, our serve and serve receive is the name of the game. So we're going to have to come in serving strong, get some good solid passes to then do something on our side for offense.
All right, now I'm going to have to push you there, because when you say do something, I've watched practices a couple of times. You and I have chatted off mic. You're not afraid to run offense out of the back row. You're not afraid to run some combination plays. I don't want to say pull a rabbit out of your hat, but are we going to see anything and everything if you think it's going to be successful tonight?
I think we talk about using every key player consistently all throughout, whether that's back row attacking, front row attacking, being smart with free balls, all of that stuff. And if it just kind of comes together, I can see them being able to push our limits, I guess, to being successful.
Look, you circle the arch rival on the calendar no matter what the sport is. But when you've got records like this, like they have, and like you have, you're playing your best ball of the season right now too. If you don't have any competitive juice, then you're probably not wearing a uniform right now. I'm expecting you probably don't have to give a giant pep talk to your team. They know what's on the line tonight.
Oh yeah, a lot of them, they will basically do the pep talks for me. I do a couple of the things, but they are right there with me talking about our game plan, what we need to do, as well as I have key insight that I'm going to add in as well.
All right, nothing left to do but go ahead and toss this one up and start the service, is there?
Nope.
All right. Coach Taylor, thank you so much for joining us. Best of luck to you, not just tonight, but the rest of the season.
Thank you.
We're going to take a quick time out. We are back with more of the Ayersville Chevrolet Cadillac pregame show right after this. You're watching DCTV Sports.
Ayersville Chevrolet Cadillac is this area's new and used car headquarters, earning your trust one satisfied customer at a time. Ayersville Chevrolet Cadillac, North Clinton Street in Defiance, and online at drivebobayersville.com.
Welcome back to the hangar. We are less than 3 minutes away from the arch rivals, Ayersville, hosting Tinora tonight. The Pilots, winners of their last 5, 6 of their last 7. They're 8-9 overall, 2-2 in the GMC. Tinora remains unbeaten on the season after a tough-fought 5-set victory at Archbold on Saturday, 17-0, 4-0 in the GMC. Brent Balbinot saying thank you for joining us. Time now to take a look at your starting lineups, brought to you by Baker Schindler Company, proudly serving the area with highest quality contracting services for nearly 100 years. Baker Schindler Company of Defiance and Paulding, baker-schindler.com. Let's take a look at the Ayersville Pilots. Again, 8-9 overall, 2-2 in the GMC. They will send the following 6 onto the court. There you see Allison Eldridge, the 5'5 junior center with 432 assists on the season. Rylan Beecher in the middle, 73 kills, 19 blocks. Grace Flory, their big, heavy hitter from the outside, 181 kills, an attack percentage of .304. Kendra Waldron does a little bit of everything, 84 kills, 239 digs. Their junkyard dog in the back row, their libero, Michaela Laker Sierra, 363 digs. And at the opposite side, Lainey Sheets, the 5'7 junior, 34 kills on the season. On the flip side for the unbeaten Tinora Rams, and they are going to be a test, especially in the middle. We'll start at the top there. On the opposite side, it'll be Paige Gamby, the 5'6 junior, an attack percentage of .317, 212 kills. Ella Shablin will be coming in. She's a service specialist, as is Alina Kiwi. Again, in the front row will be Avery Morris, a 5'8 senior with 110 kills. Kenzie Nagel, though, in the middle. The 5'11 senior is a heavy hitter, 29 blocks, a 391 attack percentage, 131 kills. Tatum Krebs in the middle. At 6 foot, the junior, 43 blocks, her attack percentage, 400. She's got 160 kills. Your setter is Zoe Resty, one of the best servers on the team. The 5'5 senior has 341 assists. And in the back row, 204 digs, 48 service aces. Paige Sebring, the 5'4 senior. Those are your starting lineups, brought to you by Baker Schindler Company. 30 seconds before they announce them officially here at the hangar. Let's take a peek at your keys to the game, brought to you by Northwest State Community College. Your key to great career opportunities begins with a great education at Northwest State. Visit northweststate.edu or give them a call at 419-267-1320 today. Your keys to the game. First for the Ayersville Pilots. And again, they're going to have their hands full, but a situation where they know what they've got to do, and that is mix up the attack with that strong middle block. And Krebs, Nagel, and even Morris, you simply cannot keep going to the same place over and over again. They're going to have to move pin to pin. As you heard Coach Taven Tyler mention, they'll run some offense out of the back row as well. And then you've got to have strong serving. You allow Tinora to get into system, and you're going to see short, very quick points, and most likely a very quick end to the match. On the flip side, for the Rams, well, no real surprises as they are continuing to fire on all pistons, but that's work pin to pin. Again, we mentioned Krebs and Nagel very strong in the middle, but at the same time, you've got quality outside hitters on the opposite side in Paige Gamby and on the outside in Avery Morris with 110 kills, and then good first touch. You heard, again, Coach Hagerty talk about it during our pregame. Good first touch means you are in system, and that's what they want. Those are your keys to the game, brought to you by Northwest State Community College. Time now for our national anthem, brought to you by the Defiance County Veterans Office. The national anthem in the books, courtesy of our underwriter, the Defiance County Veterans Office. Proud to support local veterans and their families, connecting them with resources available in time of need. Now, Tinora in their traveling very dark green jersey tops with the black jersey shorts. Ayersville in their multi-blue, dark blue up top, powder blue on the bottom jersey tops, again with the black shorts. Somewhat of a light crowd, a little bit surprised that we aren't seeing a little bit more coming through the turnstiles here this evening, given that these two are arch rivals. They refer to each other as that team across the river, but both coaches have been very clear in saying while it is an intense rivalry, it is a healthy rivalry. Starting lineups being introduced after the non-starters for Ayersville. They're about to do the hype train for Ayersville starters. And here we go. The Pilots about to try and lather this crowd up. Pilots played just 24 hours ago as they hosted Stryker, coming up with the win. As a matter of fact, looking ahead for both these two teams, they will be in action coming up on Thursday night. After I believe it's 3 straight at home, Ayersville will travel to Patrick Henry, while Tinora makes the short bus ride to Wauseon. Rylan Beecher, Kendra Waldron. Everybody's got their specialty warm-ups with teammates. And Michaela Laker-Sierra, the last of the starters to be introduced for Ayersville, means it's time to serve this one up. One last round at the net, pregame handshakes. These athletes know each other, in many cases live in very close proximity to each other, and quite often play in summer leagues either not just against each other, but on the same teams as each other. And they want to beat each other. Nobody's been able to do it just yet this season to Tinora. Archbold came as close as anybody on Saturday, but dropped a 5-set match. Ayersville has seen their fair share of heartbreaks in 5 sets earlier this year, but they're kicking on all cylinders right now. We'll see if they can keep it going here. Waiting for the official's whistle. And here we go. This is going to be Allison Eldridge, the 5'5" junior, to put a fist into it. And this match is underway. Good first touch from Sebring. They'll work to the near corner. Now again, working opposite, but Avery Morris is a lefty. So this is going to be a natural for her at that position. Instead, they'll come to the far side. Kept alive. Oh, beautiful dump. Well done by Grace Flory. Took a little off of it to place it. And the Pilots draw first blood. Eldridge, second best server on the team at nearly 91%. Resty with a quick set. Just like that, the ball disappears off the fist of Kenzie Nagel. Quick side out for the Rams. Back to do the serving will be Avery Morris, the 5'8" senior. He's got a nice jump serve. This will be an effective free ball. Rusty with the back set. Tough angle on that play. Callie Steiner couldn't quite get the angle on it. Tinora still the beneficiary here, up 2-1. Boy, that ball goes deep. Sheets. And again, another free ball sent over by Ayersville. Rusty barely has to move. Setting up. Gamby knows what to do with it. Paige Gamby. Her 213th kill of the season. Back to serve. Avery Morris. Boy, deep, tough serve. Waldron couldn't do much with it. And Ayersville just can't get into system right now. Rusty. Another spot on set. Gamby, this is going to be a long run for Sierra. And Tinora has been in system almost every single opportunity. And this one will come well beyond the 10-foot mark. Nice up by Morris. Block almost had it. Waldron tries to lay out, but to no avail. Well, to Ayersville's credit, they extended that point, and that's what they're going to need to do tonight. Coach Taven Tyler talked about it. The quicker the point, the bigger the benefit is for Tinora. Decent first touch there. The set towards the net, but it's dinked over by Beecher. They'll set Gamby again, and my goodness. Tinora is firing on all cylinders right now, up 5-1 after the original side out. Morris has rolled off 4 straight. That rolls up the forearm and the platform of Sheets. They'll set far side. Snyder goes cross court. Again, Ayersville just having all kinds of problems getting into system. Rusty with the back set. Block is there by Flory. Will play on. They'll set near side. Sheets tries to tap it cross court, and I believe that's going to be a double contact. That is the call from the Tower official. And we're going to have a timeout being called by Coach Taven Tyler and Ayersville. After getting the first point of the match, they have surrendered 6 straight. We'll take a quick timeout, a Mark Moats Ford timeout. We're back with more right after this at the Hangar on DCTV Sports.
The Strady Center for the Arts. Entertainment on a whole new level. The Strady Center for the Arts presents a full lineup of culture and entertainment right here in our community. Check out the full lineup and purchase your tickets today at defiancearts.org.
Back at the Hangar. Ayersville got the first point of the match. Then after a side out, 5 straight off the service of Avery Morris to open up this set for unbeaten Tinora. There's going to be a service ace off the platform of Lainey Sheets. And right now the Pilots, despite coming out of a timeout, having all kinds of problems solving the serve of Avery Morris, as that's a Premier Bank ace. Morris again, this time goes at Waldron. Good first touch. First time tonight, Ayersville in system. It's tremendous up by Morris. Gamby will send over a free ball. Eldridge sets Flory far pin, but the block is there. So Sierra, and another free ball for the Rams to work with. Gamby, wow! Little pinball, and somehow Flory gets that over the net. Trying to get a little too finessed. Kenzie Nagel couldn't quite get it, and a desperately needed side out for the Pilots. Back to serve, Rylan Beecher, the 5'8 senior. Beecher, the best server on the team. I think we've got a stat that can show that. Nearly 97, almost 98%, as Nagel fires one down. Sierra keeps it alive. Nice job by Sebring from her knees on a nice up, and Gamby is stopped at the net on the block. Addison Zartman checked in. But they're going to say it's Tinora point. It was out of bounds. Here's Sebring. Tough first touch, and they're going to reset Flory out of the back row. Gamby with the dink. Flory tries to unload. Morris lays out. Gamby again goes cross court. Long run for Eldridge. And nothing Beecher can do with this one out of the back row. Well, Sebring back to serve, and I believe we've got a stat here that we can bring up underneath her, but she is a tremendous server. Almost picking up an ace there. Sebring will back set. Gamby, the block is there, and side out for Ayersville. That will send Flory back to serve. Back to do the service honors here, Alina Kankany, 5'7" senior. Deep and just a little too much on it. Laney Sheets will come over to the near corner. Long run, they're going to set Gamby up, and she's just wide. That one goes wide. So back to serve, putting a fist into it. Paige Gamby. They're going to set Waldron, and that goes wide. 12-5, Tinora. Quick set, this one put down by Brooklyn Michael. That will send Kendra Waldron back to put a fist into it. Waldron serving nearly 87%. Well, they're going to set up Tatum Krebs on the far corner, working pin to pin. (12-7). Ayersville slowly working their way back into this one. Back to serve Tatum Krebs. Beecher unloads. Tough touch by Gamby out of the back row. Working to the far pin. Low line drive. Going to set up in the middle off the quick set. Kenzie Nagel makes short work of it. And we're going to have a substitution. Checking in, Callie Snyder back onto the court. I may have been saying Resta. It's Rostai, I believe. So my apologies to Zoe. But we're giving you plenty of face time, number 15. And why not make that pay off with a service ace? Sierra laid out, but there wasn't anything she could do with that. Rare opportunity in system and put away by Ryland Beecher. 15-9. Ayersville gets the side out, creeping back into this one, still down by half a dozen. Eldridge. Rostai quick set. The block was there on Nagel, and it will fall. Eldridge trying to pull Ayersville to within 4. Good job of zone serving. Sebring got over on a beautiful dump. Kept alive though. They're taking Rostai out of the equation here. They're going to have to come to the near pin. Did that go out of bounds off the block? It looks like it did. Partially screened out here by the Tinora student body. They have come in pretty good force. And they are standing for the entire match. (16-10). Sophia Stark back to serve. Nearly 95% on the season. As that ball goes out of bounds off the block, Grace Flory showing some emotion. 16-11. Beecher will try and cut further into the deficit. Tinora looking for the side out. This one bumped up. Gamby, doesn't seem to matter. Great timing. Back to serve, Paige Sebring, the 5'4" senior libero. Boy, nasty. Waldron out of the back row, and she puts it away. Flory with the jump serve. Rostai moving towards the net. This one dinked over. That was out of carry by Gamby. Yep. Official signaling. Flory again. Nice up out of the back row. Well set Krebs, and the block is there. Strength on strength. Brooklyn Michael. And all of a sudden we've got a new score here, 17-14. This has turned into a tight first set. And a service error. A little too amped up. Checking back in, Ella Schablin. She'll go back to serve for Tinora. Also checking back in, Alina Ankeny. Schablin serving just under 91% so far on the season. They'll set near pin. Sheets the lefty, unloads. Long run, and nobody can get there. Gamby had to hurdle Sebring, and Sebring hit the deck hard. She is slow to get up, but appears to be none the worse for wear. 18-15. Deep serve, that's going to sail long, service error. Back to serve, Gamby puts a fist into it. And that one floated, tough first touch. That's going to be one too many. First one to 20 is Tinora. Short serve from her knees. Sierra with a good up. Waldron gets stuffed. Tatum Krebs. Feeling it. And we're going to have a timeout. We'll take a Mark Moats Ford timeout as well. Mark Moats Ford serving the Defiance community since 1916. Check them out on County Road 424 in Defiance or online at markmoatsford.com. Rams up 21-15 first set. We're back after this on DCTV Sports.
For the past 70 years, Midwest Community Federal Credit Union has been your financial partner, helping you achieve your dreams and secure your future. Midwest Community Federal Credit Union, with locations in Defiance, Bryan, and Napoleon. Find out more at midwestcommunity.org.
Coming back to the hanger on the tail end of the point, and a good quick set and termination by Brooklyn Michael. Means for a side out. Kendra Waldron will do the honors for the Pilots. As Tinora still in control here. That's a beautiful first serve, but an even better up by Sebring. Put down by Tatum Krebs with authority. Krebs entered tonight's contest with an attack percentage of 400, 160 kills. Tack on another one. And as often happens, you make a great point at the net, you get to go back and serve. They're three away, and she unloads a bullet. Beecher moving towards the net. Side out Pilots. Both teams starting to get into a little bit of rhythm right now. Sierra. Deep serve. Sebring, good job to get her platform out. They'll set. Morris terminates from the near side. Again, it pays to have a lefty on the opposite side. 2 points away from taking set number one. They jumped out early off a 6 straight from Morris. Rosti trying to serve it out for Tinora. Jump serve, that's going to sail a little long. Back to serve is Eldridge. Not much margin for error left here in the first set. Quick set, powered down by Nagel. Whistle point, Tinora. That ball got down. Stanbaugh Jewelers set point. Stanbaugh Jewelers, your trusted source for diamonds and jewelry, watches and gifts. Something for every occasion. Serving the community since 1948, Stanbaugh Jewelers. Morris trying to serve it out. Powered down by Gamby, and the first set convincingly goes to the Rams, 25-18. We'll take a Mark Moats Ford timeout. We are back with set number 2 right after this. You're watching DCTV Sports.
Visit Mark Moats Ford and check out some of the best new Ford models. Mark Moats Ford has been serving the Defiance community since 1916. Visit them today, County Road 424 in Defiance, and online at markmoatsford.com.
There you get a good look at it. The Hangar, the home of the Pilots, arch rivals Tinora, making the short drive across the Maumee. You can see there Tinora unbeaten on the season, 17-0, 4-0 in the GMC. The Pilots have won 5 straight, 6 of their last 7, 2-2 in conference play, but they dropped set number 1, 25-18. Again, Tinora opened up the second set with 6 straight off the service of Avery Morris. Kenzie Nagel, Tatum Krebs, a really good 1-2 punch. Zoe Rostai barely had to move on multiple set pieces. The first touch for Tinora, their serve receive, was exceptional in that first set. On the flip side, Ayersville off the fist of Brooklyn Michael and Rylan Beecher. Got back into it. Grace Flory made a good run off of her serve as well. But they fell behind just a little too much and dropped the first set by 7. We'll see what they've got as you can take a look at Coach Hagerty in that Tinora huddle. All business, as they have been all season long. There you get a good look at the backs of Zoe Rostai, the setter. Paige Sebring, the libero. Tatum Krebs just towering over everybody. And there you see Zoe Rostai's serving percentage. Tatum Krebs entering the night. 43 blocks, 160 kills. They're just so strong. Kenzie Nagel entering the night with 139 kills. Kenzie Nagel will be continuing her career at Bluffton College. Likewise, one of her teammates will also be playing at the next level. Avery Morris will be going to Owens in Toledo. Right now it's the Rams world and everybody just seems to be living in it. Waiting for the official's whistle to start set number 2. Making sure that the rotations are correct. Zoe Rostai will put a fist into it to start set number 2. Pounding the ball down into the court, spins it in her hand, and takes a good jump. And that's going to sail just a bit long, actually wide. Quick side out. Eldridge will do the honors to open up set number 2 for the Pilots. Good first touch by Morris. Rostai had a long run, and this will be a rare free ball. We'll see if the Pilots can do anything with it. They'll set Flory far pin. Goes long. All right idea. Just couldn't execute. And here comes Avery Morris. Back to the service line. Tough serve. Eldridge. Beecher dinks it over. Eldridge turned around, and will this even clear the net? It will not. Nothing Kendra Waldron could have done with that one. Morris, boy, the bottom just drops out of that thing. Nasty serve. Flory unloads.
That hits the tower official. That'll be a side out. Laney Sheets, lefty in her own right. Spins the ball a couple of times, puts a fist into it. Sebring, nice job from her knees. Gamby unloads but sends it long. Three-two. Sheets picture concentration. Ball barely clears the tape. Gamby, this one will be well off the 10-foot line. Waldron tries to go cross court but couldn't put much on it. This is going to be a tough angle as well for Snyder. Can either team get into system right now? Snyder again, and I believe that's out of bounds off the block. Yep. Both the floor and the tower officials, the linesperson making the call. And we're tied at 3. Paige Sebring. 48 aces entering tonight's contest. Tough serve. Good first touch, though, by Sierra. Beecher couldn't get much on it. Set down the middle, and Nagel. That's just an effective 1-2 punch. Sebring takes a little something off of it. Sierra really had to dive forward. Flory sends it long. Sebring. Intense. Again, great job of zone serving. Sierra got to the first one from her knees. The second one she couldn't, and we'll see if maybe the back row for Ayersville, and they do. They take about a half a step up. We'll see if Sebring counters. Sheets with the first touch. Waldron with the timing. Morris had that one right into her chest. Beecher will do the honors for the Pilots. Ryland Beecher at 98% on her service this season. Gamby. Sheets is there. Krebs gets stopped. She'll send another one over, but right at Eldridge, so the setter is out of the equation and Flory can't clear the tape. Both teams just pounding on each other in that exchange. It's where your athletes just have to make plays, neither team in system. Schablin back to serve. Now the 5'7" sophomore, serving specialist. Right now, Ayersville getting together, trying to determine if they're going to go to a new serve receive here. And Schablin sends it long. Back to serve. And seeing her first action, sophomore Ava Sigler. Morris with a good first touch. We'll set Gamby near pin. Waldron's there. That's a long run for Sigler. Waldron tried to dink it over, but just a little too much touch on it. (9-5). Gamby. Lefty Kelsey Clark now on the floor for Ayersville, and that's going to go out, actually down, I should say, off the block. Paige Gamby struts back to the service line. Waits for the whistle. Unloads. Clark cross court. They're going to set Krebs. Wow, what an up by Sigler. Block was there, and this time Waldron gets the better of the powerful Tinora middle hitter. And now she'll strut back to do some service work of her own with her team down by 4 here in set number 2. Down 1 set, nothing. Sebring, nice up. They'll set far pin. Krebs is there this time. All in a day's work. Nagel will check in. Sebring out. Krebs back to serve. Oh, sometimes I don't want to say better to be lucky than good, but you got a little help from the tape. Service ace. A Premier Bank service ace. Simplify your everyday banking with convenient account options and digital banking features that fit your unique lifestyle. YourPremierBank.com. Timeout on the floor. We'll take a 30-second Mark Motes Ford timeout. Mark Motes Ford located at County Road 424 in Defiance and online at markmotesford.com. We're back after this on DCTV Sports.
Proudly serving the area with the highest quality contracting services for nearly 100 years. Baker Schindler Company of Defiance and Paulding. 419-782-5080. Online at baker-schindler.com. Visit Mark Motes Ford and check out some of the best new Ford models. Mark Motes Ford has been serving the Defiance community since 1916. Visit them today, County Road 424 in Defiance, and online at markmotesford.com.
Back at the hangar, whistle sounds. Tatum Krebs puts a fist into it, and that sails wide. Tinora up 1 set, love, and leading here in set number 2. 12-7 is your actual score. Our scoreboard on your screen is not correct. It's 12-7. As Sierra back to serve. Morris, she didn't quite get the leverage on that she wanted, and she knows that she's upset with herself. Pulls the Pilots back to within 4. At 12-8. Sierra going cross court. Sebring. Nagel. Oh, beautiful touch. Deked out the middle block. They committed a little early from the left side to help, and there was a ton of space on the right side of the floor, and that's where she dumped it. Zoe Rastai back to serve. Spins the ball in her hands. Jump serve. Waldron, good first touch. They're going to set Beecher. This one dumped over, and good save by Ayersville. Rastai, quick set. Nagel stopped. Rastai with the dump. Sigler, back set Sheets. Little helter-skelter, and the Pilots win the point. Sigler will check out in favor of Grace Flory. Eldridge back to serve. Rastai sets to the middle again. Ayersville keeps it alive. Flory unloads, but that's going to sail way long. Sophia Stark will check in for Tinora. Morris will catch a quick breather. Stark Second best server on the team entering tonight at nearly 95%. And this one gets down for a Premier Bank ace. Sophia Stark with the ace. That is her 19th of the season. Eldridge back sets. Beecher put down. 15-10. Ayersville hanging around. They had a very short 1-point lead to open up set number 2. They trailed the entire way in set number 1. Rostai sets Gamby, and that was just a little bit behind her. That sails into the Tinora student body. Pilots to within 4, and we're going to have another timeout on the floor, this time taken by Tinora. We'll take a Mark Motes Ford timeout as well. Mark Motes Ford on County Road 424 in Defiance, or online at markmotesford.com. Rams up 1-0, 15-11 in set number 2. We're back in 30 seconds on DCTV Sports.
Estill Chevrolet Cadillac is this area's new and used car headquarters, earning your trust one satisfied customer at a time. Estill Chevrolet Cadillac, North Clinton Street in Defiance, and online at drivebobestill.com. Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center. Personalized service and quality products in a friendly and caring atmosphere. Schedule your appointment today. Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center, Stadium Drive in Defiance, and online at visionsource-brunswickeye.com.
Tinora breaking the huddle as we welcome you back to the hangar. The buzzer sounds. Set number 2 action. The visiting and unbeaten Rams at 17-0 on the season, leading the host Pilots 15-11. They also lead 1-0. Rastai sets Gamby. Block is there, a little pinball. Gamby tries to dink it over. The block's there again, and this time side out to Ayersville. Lainey Sheets, the lefty. See if she's got a run in her serve. Her team down by 3 in 1 set. That clips the tape. Oh, what a tremendous up. We got a whistle. Was that ball actually called down? Nope, double contact. Still a tremendous effort by Sophia Stark. Sheets puts a fist into it. Stark goes to her knees. Oh, beautiful play by Rastai on the dump. Cagey move by the setter. Side out and a 3-point lead back up for Tinora. As Paige Sebring swore to me as I was asking the players how tall they were, she is 5'4", and she said she swears it. Eldridge sets Flory far pin. Rastai, quick set. Krebs knows what to do with it. Sebring. Deep ball. This will be a freebie. Rastai with a quick set to Krebs. Can anybody reach it? Eldridge does. Can anybody save it? Flory does. Tinora with a freebie. Combination play. They ran one to the left side. Gamby went up, but so did Krebs, and Krebs puts it away. And we'll have another Mark Motes Ford timeout, with Tinora closing in on a 2-0 lead. They lead at 18-13 in set number 2. We're back after this on DCTV Sports.
Discover top-quality healthcare education at Northwest State. Our instructors have real-world experience, so they know how to prepare you for great career opportunities. Northwest State, where you'll get the top quality healthcare education you need to succeed.
Buzzer sound, set number 2. Tinora up 1-0 and 18-13. Paige Sebring, one of the best servers on the Rams roster. She rolled off 10 straight in the 5th set on Saturday at Archbold. She doesn't need quite that many here. She's already made it 3 straight. Tinora inching closer to a 2-0 lead. We had a whistle there, and I'm being screened out. I couldn't get the signal from the floor official. I could not see. All I'm seeing is point Tinora, so my apologies, ladies and gentlemen. But make it 4 straight off the serve of Sebring. Tough first touch here. Combination play, Beecher with a much-needed side out for the Pilots.
Give her the ball.
(20-14). Beecher does the honors. Deep serve. Good first touch. Krebs stuffed Brooklyn Michael. That's just best on best. Another deep serve. Another good touch by Stark. They'll serve far pin. A little out of system. Can Gamby do anything with it? Eldridge. Back sets. Waldron, that's out of bounds off the block.
Gotta be aggressive.
Well, Beecher's rolled off a couple here. Still down by 4. Good low serve. Good first touch. On the dump, and again, how many times tonight are we going to see Rostai do it? Just great court sense. Now Schablin will come in to try and serve out the second set. Up by 5, 21-16. Multicolored shoelaces and all. Sends it deep into the back row. Moving towards the net, and wow, just well placed. I believe that was Flory. Sigler, the sophomore, back in to serve. Gets the whistle. Bumped up. Gamby goes deep into the back row. Waldron on the run. Schablin, that pass wasn't quite where it needed to be. And Tinora sends over a free ball. Now the question is, can Ayersville do anything with it? That's going to be double contact. They could not. 22-17. And the looks on Ayersville's players' faces beginning to show a little concern. Already down by 1 set. Just 3 points away from being down 2. Gamby with a deep serve. And this will be a free ball. If it's even necessary, it goes long. Sigler sets Waldron. Kept alive. Ayersville with an opportunity, and they don't get the touch they need. Schablin to Krebs, and that's down. We have come to the Stanbon Jewelers, and this is what? 7 set points for Tinora. Gamby will try and serve it out. And does. 3 straight. 25-17. Tinora in command. We'll take a Mark Moats Ford timeout. Mark Moats Ford, check out some of the best new Ford models serving the Defiance community since 1916. Located on County Road 424 in Defiance and online at markmoatsford.com. We'll take a quick timeout. We are back with set number 3 right after this on DCTV Sports.
Simplify your everyday banking with convenient account options and digital banking features that fit your unique lifestyle. Premier Bank, everyday banking solutions designed for you. Explore solutions today at yourpremierbank.com. Stamball Jewelers is your trusted source for diamonds, fine jewelry, watches, and gifts. Whether you're looking for a dazzling engagement ring, a timeless anniversary gift, or a present for someone special, Stamball Jewelers has something for every occasion. Visit us today and discover why we've been serving the community since 1948. The Strady Center for the Arts, entertainment on a whole new level. The Strady Center for the Arts presents a full lineup of culture and entertainment right here in our community. Check out the full lineup and purchase your tickets today at defiancearts.org. For the past 70 years, Midwest Community Federal Credit Union has been your financial partner, helping you achieve your dreams and secure your future. Midwest Community Federal Credit Union, with locations in Defiance, Bryan, and Napoleon. Find out more at midwestcommunity.org. Visit Mark Moats Ford and check out some of the best new Ford models. Mark Moats Ford has been serving the Defiance community since 1916. Visit them today, County Road 424 in Defiance, and online at markmoatsford.com.
Back at the hangar, Ayersville in command, up 2-0. And Ayersville just trying to extend the match. You can't win 2. You can't even win 3 until you win 1. So they're going to try it here. Eldridge to open up the service. Nagel with the termination. Helter Skelter. This will be a freebie. Well, the block was there that time by Beecher. Morris unloads again. And another Premier Bank service ace. Eldridge with a long run. Sheets unloads, sends it long. And timeout being called by Coach Tyler as Avery Morris, 5 straight off of her serve to open up set number 3, puts Tinora in the driver's seat as they're already up 2-0. We'll take a 30-second timeout. This Mark Moats board break when we come back on DCTV Sports. Back at the hangar, timeout, much needed side out for Ayersville. It ends a 5-point run for Tinora, but the Pilots have some work to do. Down 6-1. Actually, there should be 6-2, correct? Gamby. Well, the ball just comes off of her fists a little different. Side out, and now Sebring will do the honors. Where the ball clipped, almost an ace. Joust at the net, almost into the net. Oh, what an incredible up. It all but looked like Snyder had the kill. Well, we'll see if that ignites the Pilots. Beecher back to serve. Sebring did what she needed to, and so does Krebs. Ankney with her club up by 6. Beecher with a good first touch. They'll set far pin, and it's down. Kendall Booher coming in and doing a little work. We've got a substitution here, checking. It's going to be Brooklyn Michael checking back in, and Sigler back to serve. A little bit of a run for Schablin. Ayersville out of system. Schablin, combo play. Gamby unloads. Well, bumped twice, and Waldron unloads. It's out of bounds off the block, and some emotion coming from the junior. It's been bottling up here for a while. So they're still down 8-4. Gamby goes cross court, it's down. Great angle, tremendous angle. Wow, what a tremendous serve and what a great up by Beecher. The back set, Krebs, just too strong. 10-4. Gamby puts a fist into it, and that's going to be a Premier Bank service ace. And we're going to have another timeout called by Ayersville. Coach Tyler realizing she doesn't have any more room for error as they're down 2-0 and 11-4 here in set number 3. We'll take a Mark Motes Ford timeout. We're back with more right after this on DCTV Sports. Back at the hangar, you get a good look at the Tinora huddle. It has been all business tonight for the unbeaten Rams. Taking set number 1, 25-18, set number 2, 25-17, and jumping out to a big lead, again, courtesy of strong serving, in this case from Avery Morris, the 5'8 senior. 5 straight to open up set number 3, and they lead 11-4. Gamby was kind of, I don't want to say goofing around because she was very intense there, but she lost the volleyball. Is there a question on the rotation here? The official talking to, or is he looking at the ball? All right, a question as to the integrity of the volleyball they're using. And are they going to get another one? Not sure if we can get there's something on the floor. There we go, camera crew. Maybe zoom in a little bit there, but there looks to be something on the floor where the official and Coach Haggerty are meeting up. Is there a dead spot in the floor? Is there maybe something protruding from the surface? Not sure. But it appears to be maybe a safety issue. Now Coach Zartman going over, and he says he'll just go ahead and mop it up with a shoe. Do we have condensation on the floor, period? Maybe blood. I'm not sure. To be honest, to be this specific, and he's got gloves on, and he's using something to wipe it up. So whatever it is, Coach Zartman is taking care of the problem, and it looks like we will now resume play. So now Gamby gets the whistle. And another service ace after all the delay. Didn't show signs of affecting her at all. And that's another Premier Bank service ace. 12-4. Another low serve. Boy, Waldron had to take that off her shoe tops. And that gets down in the corner. Well placed by Boer. 12-5. Sierra will try and get something off of her serve here. Cross court, boy. That was tough. Well, we'll see if that's the start of something. Sierra taking her time. And service error. So the run proves to be short-lived for the Pilots. Krebs with her club up, 13-6, unloads, vicious serve, and Nagel winning the joust at the net there. 14-6, and there just seems to be whatever energy Ayersville seemingly had at the hangar to start this set has just seeped out of it. Tinora's just been workmanlike. Now that block might get you recharged. Waldron goes up. Michael goes up. Much needed side out. Waldron ready to go. Schablin sets near pin. Morris, the block's there again. This time Flory does the honors. Waldron clips the tape. The joust once, the joust twice. Michael can't put it away. It's a third time a charm. We're going to have a net violation. Ayersville showing a little bit of fight. Timeout, Tinora, 14-9. Things not quite finished yet. We'll take a 30-second timeout, a 30-second Mark Moats Ford timeout. Back with more right after this on DCTV Sports.
Proudly serving the area with the highest quality contracting services for nearly 100 years. Baker Schindler Company of Defiance and Paulding, 419-782-5080. Online at baker-schindler.com. Estill Chevrolet Cadillac is this area's new and used car headquarters, earning your trust one satisfied customer at a time. Estill Chevrolet Cadillac, North Clinton Street in Defiance, and online at drivebobestill.com.
Tinora getting some last-second encouragement from Coach Hagerty. Buzzer sounds back at the hangar. Rams lead Ayersville 2-0 and up 14-9 in set number 3. Beautiful serve by Waldron. Moore sends over a free ball. Sigler couldn't quite get the touch that she wanted. She tried to back set, and it just didn't happen. Flory goes over and pats the sophomore on her shoulder, says it's all right, we'll get him next time. Rostai will check in and immediately goes back to the service line. Rostai's got to be taller than what they listed her at. Trying to dump it over, a collision in the back row, and will this clear the tape? It will, but it's a freebie. Rostai, quick set. Nagel with the termination. 16-9 Rams. Short serve, going zone, and give her the Premier Bank ace. Premier Bank, simplify your everyday banking with convenient account options and digital banking features. YourPremierBank.com. 17-9. Wind definitely in the Ram sails, and in particular Zoe Rostai's. That's going to be, I believe, double contact. Yep. Well, during the last commercial break, was joined by a pair of former Ayersville Pilot volleyball players. Standouts Taylor Kraft and Mabel McGuire. Kind of watch their reaction on that one. Block is there, and I think they'll like the reaction of that one. 18-10. Still a long way to go for the Pilots as Eldridge will go back to serve. Eldridge goes deep. Sebring, beautiful touch. Rostai with the dump. Set was a little bit back, and it still floats down. Oh, Rylan Beecher. I'm not sure she could have done that if she tried it 100 more times, but it counts there. Eldridge going deep. Sebring's been on the money on her first touch. Morris tries to go cross court. Waldron out of the back row. Rostai with the set in the middle. The block's there again. Rare opportunity in system. They'll set far pin. Flory stopped by Nagel. Sophia Stark, her team just 6 points away from a 3-set sweep. They inch one more closer. Up 20-11. Stark with a jump serve. With Tinora just across the board. Very good serving team. Out of the back row, Waldron with the error. 21-11. Stark will do it again. Goes a little deeper. Collision in the back row between Sierra and Waldron. Nice up by Stark. Serving towards the net. That was a little low for Nagel, and Ayersville gets a much-needed side out. Flory will do the honors. Gets the whistle. Good serve. Tremendous first touch by Sebring. Gamby's blocked. Nice job from her knees by Snyder to try to keep it alive. But Ayersville still showing some fight. Another good low serve. Rostai had to run a bit for that one. Nagel tries to go cross court. Who wants it? Wow, off a free ball, and Tinora just kind of got caught napping. They're all looking at each other. Palms to the sky. Now, I think they thought that that was also saved, but at the same time, just a little bit of a brain cramp amongst all 6 Tinora players. Very short serve here. Rostai, quick set. Nagel right into Eldridge. Collision in the back row. Rostai, quick set. Nagel off the block. Eldridge runs into her outside hitter, and, well, a gallant offer by Flory to lay out. But miscommunication by Ayersville. And now Sebring at 22-13 with a chance to serve it out. They'll serve near pin. Did that go out of bounds off the block? It did. (22-15). Beecher. Quick set. Krebs with the termination. Schablin in. 2 points away from a 3-sets-to-love sweep. Unloading, Boer, it's down. Kendall Boer has come in and been a little bit of a spark. Deep serve by Sigler is long. 8 match points. We have reached the Stambaugh Jewelers match point. And they got 8 of them. And I will guarantee you, Gamby says, I don't need that many. Fist into it. They'll set far pin. Oh, Sebring with another good up. And again, everybody caught looking. (24-17). Sierra will go back. Just trying to extend this one as much as possible. Schoblin sets Morris. Stopped! At the net, Brooklyn Michael again with the honors. Wow. And Tinora wants a timeout. Well, they've rolled off a couple. 24-18. We'll take a 30-second break. Tinora still in command, but Ayersville's going to make them earn it. We're back with more on DCTV Sports.
Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center. Personalized service and quality products in a friendly and caring atmosphere. Schedule your appointment today. Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center. Stadium Drive in Defiance and online at visionsource-brunswickeye.com.
Back at the hangar, set number 3. Tinora up over host Ayersville, 2-0. And 24-18 here in set number 3. But the Pilots have rolled off a couple and are trying to make this one interesting. Ayersville enters tonight's contest. Winners of 5 straight and 6 of their last 7. They played last night. They beat Stryker. Tinora was pushed to 5 sets for the first time all season on Saturday at Archbold, but won. And trying to finish it up here. And that's exactly what Krebs does. The ball's down. Now, wait a minute. Do we have a net violation? The ball was down, but I think we have a net violation. And it's going to be a side out to Ayersville. And Brooklyn Michael is gimpy. She twisted an ankle, and she's going to come off. Didn't see what happened. Again, the Tinora student body has been full of spirit, but they've been standing all night long, and I have a partially obstructed view of the court. So 24-19, they've rolled off 3 straight. Schoblin sets far pin. It's up. It's out. And that is your match. 25-18. 25-17, 25-19. Tinora takes care of business in the battle of arch rivals. As the win streak for the Pilots comes to an end at 5, they fall to 8-10 overall, 10-3 in conference play. Tinora remaining perfect at 18-0 and 5-0 in the GMC. We're going to take a 4-minute break, a 4-minute Mark Moats Ford timeout. When we come back, we will have our Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center postgame show. You are watching DCTV Sports.
Discover great job skills training at Northwest State. With over 50 different programs available, there is something for everyone. Providing hands-on training and education is the community college advantage.
Simplify your everyday banking with convenient account options and digital banking features that fit your unique lifestyle. Premier Bank, everyday banking solutions designed for you. Explore solutions today at yourpremierbank.com. Stamball Jewelers is your trusted source for diamonds, fine jewelry, watches, and gifts. Whether you're looking for a dazzling engagement ring, a timeless anniversary gift, or a present for someone special, Stamball Jewelers has something for every occasion. Visit us today and discover why we've been serving the community since 1948. The Strady Center for the Arts, entertainment on a whole new level. The Strady Center for the Arts presents a full lineup of culture and entertainment right here in our community. Check out the full lineup and purchase your tickets today at defiancearts.org. For the past 70 years, Midwest Community Federal Credit Union has been your financial partner, helping you achieve your dreams and secure your future. Midwest Community Federal Credit Union, with locations in Defiance, Bryan, and Napoleon. Find out more at midwestcommunity.org. Visit Mark Moats Ford and check out some of the best new Ford models. Mark Moats Ford has been serving the Defiance community since 1916. Visit them today, County Road 424 in Defiance, and online at markmoatsford.com. Proudly serving the area with the highest quality contracting services for nearly 100 years. Baker Schindler Company of Defiance and Paulding, 419-782-5080. Online at baker-schindler.com. Estill Chevrolet Cadillac is this area's new and used car headquarters, earning your trust one satisfied customer at a time. Estill Chevrolet Cadillac, North Clinton Street in Defiance, and online at drivebobestill.com.
And we welcome you back to the hangar as the arch rivals got after it here this evening, but it was all Tinora as the Rams remain unbeaten, now 17-0 on the season, 5-0 in the GMC, correct? Or did I say 17? Now 18-0. Excuse me, you came in 17-0.
Yeah, we
it's
worked
that
hard
new
for
math.
that one, right?
She's good-natured about it, but I appreciate her coming up and joining us.
Yeah.
It is the Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center post-game show. Keep your eyes healthy for a long life of clear vision. Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center, your family's vision source. Stadium Drive in Defiance and online at visionsource-brunswick.com. Coach Hagerty joining us right now. All smiles, and you can be so because you've earned it. We had a chance to talk a little bit on Saturday after your first 5-set match of the season at Archbold. Tonight, just all business. As a matter of fact, you and I were talking about it. The service was really sharp, and in particular, Morris. Matter of fact, she starts off the match with, I think it was, I had down here 7 straight points. It just seemed to set the tone for the rest of the night. Your thoughts on your team's performance?
Oh, yeah. I think that we knew coming into tonight that with Ayersville, it's homecoming week. They're all headed out to a bonfire right now. So to say that they were fired up is an understatement, for that Ayersville team. And they're young. So when you hit those runs where they can do no wrong and they don't make a mistake, it's our job to now, we have the ball, we have to terminate. And I thought we did a nice job for the most part in terms of keeping the pressure on them and kind of out of system. And then we got a lot of touches at the net, which really helped us. If it got past, I felt like we dug a lot. But we certainly wanted to execute and be able to move the ball all around. And I feel like probably if we looked at the stats, we did that. I think there was some different time frames in there where I was telling my setters we need to go to the middle right now because I felt like that's where the matchup was. And I don't know what their hitting percentages are, those two middles of ours, but Tatum Krebs and Kenzie Noggle both were scoring at a very high percentage, which is exciting for us. But we knew, like, you can't go play in this kind of a rivalry and think that, you're going to walk in. We did not. We did not have that approach. We knew it was going to be a fight. And, good for Ayersville and, good for us that we just maintained our composure and made them try to outlast us. And I felt like we did a really good job of that.
You talked about being in system, and for the most part tonight you were, but you and I talked about this. It starts with first touch, serve, receive.
Sure.
Sebring in particular had some nasty ones into her chest. She just seems to get her platform out so early, but she has a knack for being able to adjust, and in some cases it looks subtle. You might, from the top row of the bleachers, go, did she do anything different there? But just enough. Is that innate, or is that something you can coach a kid to do?
I think that it's she's played enough and has so much experience that there's just little nuances sometimes that you can't coach and you just have it. And I feel like she has a lot. There's certainly things within her mechanics in that we've worked long and hard on the last few years and this year in particular, and she's made those adjustments. So I do feel as though we're passing a lot of balls up. So I thought on our serve receive there was just, Paige Sebring just handled a ton, and we were just passing right up to the setter, which allowed us to go ahead and swing away.
Barely had to move on most occasions. It's like the equivalent of cutting your meat for you at dinner. I mean, you got to love that as a setter, don't you?
Oh, for sure. It makes their job so much easier and also allows them that thought process to, we don't set where the ball takes us, where the pass takes us, which helps us with our diversity. And so, that's a compliment to both of our setters. And they can move the ball around when we need to. And we rely on those middles to score points for us, especially when you can get a one-on-one, contact or approach to that is really helpful.
Well, and you talked about the middles, and obviously that's where the conversation starts quite a bit. Again, Krebs and Nagel they're just intimidating up there. They've got tremendous ups, but you work the ball pin to pin. I mean, Morris being a lefty obviously has its advantages, but Paige Gamby, I mean, you aren't one-trick ponies. Can you just talk about your balance?
Yeah, and that is exciting. So if somebody, if they've loaded with blockers over on one side to try to take care of one hitter, then we go, okay, fine. We'll just go to the other pin. We'll go to the middle. We'll go where we need to, and I just continue to feed that information to our setters. And I just feel like we've trained for all of that because these guys have to play each other in practice. So it's Tatum against Kenzie along with, Avery against Paige and Callie against Alina and et cetera. And, for our setters to be able to nail that set out to Callie Snyder, I just can't, talk about Callie Snyder enough in that I know sometimes you go in and you think, we look at who has, the most kills and whatever. And so many times this year, Callie has stepped up for us, and Alina has made just terrific plays defensively for us. And so everybody has their moments and their times, and I think that's what's so fun about the team is that if there's any kind of struggle anywhere, somebody's going to pick the slack up. Somebody's going to get it done. And so they're a special group, and they're certainly really fun to coach.
This team really, having watched them now in back-to-back matches and your descriptions of practice, it sounds like matches are actually easy compared to practices. But I've thought of the old phrase that coaches quite often use, be a star in your role. And this group seemingly knows their roles, and they embrace that. Is that a fair assessment?
That is. It really is, because that's hard to do, but it also is special. So when it happens, it's special. It allows us to compete and be, that cohesive team that we have to, and that allows us to fight together. We don't have any of that undertow, happening or going on, or the white elephant, in the gym or anything like that. The girls are sincere. and their desire to win at whatever that means for them that night.
Well, they've been doing it to the tune of an unbeaten season so far,
Right.
18-0, also
Yeah.
unbeaten in the conference. You are up next, short bus ride to Wasion.
Correct,
I'll
yeah.
just ask you the most generic question, but what do you want to see from your team on Thursday?
Well, there's a lot that I want to see. I felt like we were dragging our elbows on hitting, and I felt we could be a little cleaner on some of our attacks. So it wasn't so much their block as it was, well, yeah, you're going to get blocked because you're hitting the ball by your head as opposed to out in front and at your full extension. So I felt like, sometimes we want to go in and hit the ball really hard. When you do that, then you start attacking down by your ear. And I felt like we had way too many of those. So I'm looking for that to improve. I'm also looking for them to enjoy. They usually enjoy the moment and enjoy all of that. And we have, we that's what I always say to them. Some of the other teams that have had a similar journey, etc., have all said like you just go right on to the next match because they just come right at you. You get one practice and you're back at it again. So I think really taking it in and enjoying the match itself. And we want to thank our fans for coming out tonight. They did a great job really rallying behind us when we needed it, and I thought that was really cool.
Coach,
really cool, so I thank them.
Congratulations so far. Best of luck to you.
Yes.
Not just Thursday at Wasion, but the rest of the season.
Okay. Thank you, Brent.
Coach Hagerty coming up to join us. We're going to take a quick timeout. We're back with more of the Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center postgame show right after this. You're watching DCTV Sports.
Okay.
Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center. Personalized service and quality products in a friendly and caring atmosphere. Schedule your appointment today. Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center. Stadium Drive in Defiance and online at visionsource-brunswickeye.com.
Welcome back to the hangar as the Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center postgame show continues. We just heard from Coach Hagerty for Tinora. Coach Tyler coming up to join us, very graciously so here for Ayersville. Look, coming into this one, folks, and let's just be honest, Tenora's a buzzsaw. They're 18-0 and 5-0 in conference play for a reason. As a matter of fact, they just went to their first 5-set match of the entire season Saturday at Archbold, and all they did was run 10 straight points off of Sebring's serve and win 15-2, and they got out of the gym immediately like that. They are just sometimes you just run into rare groups like that.
Yep.
At the same time, Ayersville have been playing its best volleyball of the season. You and I talked about it during the pregame. You'd won 5 in a row, 6 of your last 7. You didn't come in here intimidated. Your thoughts on your team's performance tonight?
I think they definitely stepped up. They knew it would be a tough game. We've talked about it, that it would be a tough match. We've seen who they play. Definitely playing Archbold on Saturday. We knew going in that it was going to be tough and we'd have to play our best volleyball. So we stressed, defense, staying down, staying disciplined. I think overall our front line being up by the net, they did an excellent job tonight. They were able to put up a block when we needed a block. They were able to get swings on the ball. Our defense maybe wasn't as good as it has been, but still they fought for every point.
Sometimes when you're so amped up, what's the old phrase? I remember our coaches used to say, don't get caught doing somebody else's job.
Yep.
There were a few collisions in the back row. All of a sudden, players were kind of turning to each other, kind of with their hands up. Sometimes the game can get sped up. When that happens, how do you slow it down?
I always tell them, take a breath. Just take a breath. You know how to play. If it's so much, we can take a timeout, and in that timeout, I would tell them, stay disciplined. Go back to the basics. Do your part. So I constantly am stressing, do your part. You know how to play. You're on varsity for a reason. We know kind of everyone knows what their job is, and when that happens, we get the ball rolling. We get good things out of it.
Tough to get a stretch together tonight. I know that Tinora makes points very short. That's almost always to their advantage. You extended several points this evening.
Yeah.
Again, even when they still won, they had to earn them. Can you build on that as you get set for Thursday?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely going into tomorrow's practice, we know what we need to work on. We know what to improve on, what to get ready for Thursday. I think the main thing would be staying disciplined on defense, being able to take maybe 1 point. Sure, okay, they got it, shake it off, on to the next one.
Don't care. You're talking mental now more than physical, if I'm hearing you right, correctly. How tough is that, though, especially when a team like Tinora can speed you up and you do everything? I mean, you're unloading, and yet the ball's still in play. No disrespect to Patrick Henry, but you don't anticipate the same tempo Thursday night as you got tonight, do you?
Yeah. Well, talking about the mental part, like our JV coach, she came up with this saying, volleyball is mental. And we all know, you have to work for every point. If you do, be a goldfish. Short-term memory, let go of it, go into the next one. So we know Patrick Henry will also be tough. We know going in, they will be tough. We will have a tough match. But if we stay disciplined, we can do well.
All right. Coach, I know a tough one here tonight, but they've all been tough against Tinora. Everybody can attest to that. Good luck to you Thursday night. Good luck to you the rest of this season.
Thank you.
Coach Tyler joining us on the Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center postgame show. When we come back, we're going to put a bow on it. Don't you go anywhere. You're watching DCTV Sports.
Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center. Personalized service and quality products in a friendly and caring atmosphere. Schedule your appointment today. Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center, Stadium Drive in Defiance, and online at visionsource-brunswickeye.com.
And we welcome you back to the hangar as you see the last vestiges of the crowd filing out. They are headed towards a bonfire. I think it's within walking distance of the campus as it is homecoming here at Ayersville. We just heard from Coach Haggerty for Tinora and Coach Tyler for Ayersville as the Rams remain unbeaten, 18-0 on the season, 5-0 in conference play with a 3-0 win. The loss ends the 5-game win streak of the Pilots. They had won 6 out of their last 7. They fall to 8-10 overall, 2-3 in conference play. Up next, again, as you heard Coach Tyler mention, a very difficult, very tough Patrick Henry team as the Pilots will be on the road on Thursday. For the Rams, also on the road as they will be taking on Wauseon. We've got one last piece of business to take care of. It's time for our Player of the Game, brought to you by BSN Sports. Tonight's Player of the Game will receive a DCTV Sports Player of the Game t-shirt courtesy of BSN Sports. BSN Sports, the office apparel provider of DCTV Sports. We are going to go at my suggestion, but also the approval of Coach Hagerty, the 5'8" senior outside hitter for the Rams, Avery Morris. She started off the match on fire on her serve. As a matter of fact, she had 6 straight off of her serve. She opened up the second set with a run of 4, and in set number 3, she opened that up with a run of 5. We don't have her totals, but kills, I believe she wasn't, or if she wasn't in double digits, she was certainly pushing it. Just a tremendous job this evening by Avery Morris, our BSN Player of the Game. That's going to do it for our broadcast here this evening for our entire crew. Also, a big thank you going out for our underwriters for helping make this broadcast a possibility. And as always, you the fan for tuning in. I'm Brent Balbinot saying thanks for joining us. You've been watching a presentation of DCTV Sports.